new video is called "Who is Organizing the Mexican Rebellion?" Which is what he's calling the protests in LA. The Mexican Rebellion. Who's organizing it? The people, man. The people who are opposed to this. It's crazy how, like, a dude who last time we watched was like, men used to be respected members of their community. Men used to hold up, and you'd see people lining up to hear his wisdom, and now no one likes men. Here's what we're talking about, man. This is organic. You don't fight tyranny anymore. No one respects you guys, you right-wing men, because you don't do anything respectable. You're bootlickers. The secret of it all is that you LARP manhood and then, like, suck at the teats of rich men to try to, like, get a little bit of their juice. Oh, please give me some of the money. And you don't even, like, realize that you're doing it. It's like, I don't have any respect for it whatsoever. Hiding behind the idea that men are supposed to be men. And men are out here fucking actually doing something. Standing up against a tyranny. A tyrannical state. Anyway, of course, propagandist Andy No.
The fourth night of rioting in Los Angeles yesterday.
Protesting.
And you can see that it's pretty much exactly as you would expect from these things. The majority...
Is your voice unsynced?
Of the body of protesters...
It is. That's not me, dude.
Rioters have gone home. And now it's just the troublemakers who are running around, and as Andy No reports, looting businesses. There's reports of them looting like a sushi bar and things like this.
So anyway, this is a coordinated thing that happens. They said at the beginning of this, they go, at 10 o'clock, that's when the troublemakers are coming out. And exactly like fucking 10 o'clock, all the propagandists are out here trying to tell you how it is. They're trying to tell you that people are, like, out here causing trouble and shit. And it's like, it's their community, number one. Number two, they're defending it from the fucking feds, which you should support or something. Maybe not. I don't know. Are you a big, like, The Crown bootlicker? Or are you like, oh, yes, we have a king, and that's so good? That's bootlicker shit, man. God, you're such a pussy.
Okay, well, this is what you would expect. Driving around, causing trouble, waving Mexican flags.
Not Mexican flags and driving around.
And looting sushi bars. Yes, this is about the end. This is about the extent of what I expected, because really what this is...
Looting sushi bars. So someone, during the protests, used that as an opportunity to commit a different, totally unrelated crime, and they stole sushi. The mayor of LA called a curfew for downtown LA at 8 p.m. Yeah, and that just criminalizes being out here, which means that you have to now you're like, okay, if I maintain my support of the people that I'm trying to keep from being detained and trying to protect them from being deported, then I have to be criminalized because that someone now defined 8 a.m. is now illegal time. You know what I'm saying? This is like we're just monkeys LARPing, man.
Is just an excuse to be lawless, right? This is
an excuse to be lawless because it's defined as such.
Open rebellion against the concept of the United States, including the idea of law, order, and property rights. But
property rights? It's the right of habeas corpus is way above all. There's not even like those rights, you know?
The question is, who is behind this? Because very few things actually happen organically.
And who's behind a bunch of people not wanting this to happen? The people involved with it on the ground. You can see them. There's like thousands, millions.
Local Distance has a great thread here talking about the fact that, I mean, the initial energy may have been spontaneous and a frustration to Trump,
They're well-funded, exceptionally organized, and carried out by well-trained activists using intelligent, highly developed tactics. Here's a primer. Well, thanks. But the left has been propagating organically protest tactics by word of mouth, like on social media and in person for years. Like there's field medics. Like we have like tac vest super soldiers, bro. Like they're out here literally just Just instead of using their expertise to like harm people, they're out here trying to keep people safe from the cops. Like, for real. It's crazy. Who's organizing this? The people.
Deporting illegals. But there's definitely organizations that are involved in this because we know by the resources that are turning up. And they have tactics, as Wokel points out. So, as you can see here, they have...
The tactic is everybody get riot shields.
Have certain kinds of shields. Now, these
can't have a shield.
Shields, as he says, were used in 2024 by pro-Hamas rioters and 2020 by BLM rioters. And the shields themselves are not weak. They actually do the job of a shield.
Yeah. That's self-defense. It's fucking self-defense. You gonna ban shields? I think we would storm the fucking manor if the Lord banned shields, huh?
They can actually defend. You can see they're highly decorated, so they spent a lot of time and effort making them. But you'll notice that the structure of the shield is the same in each case. So these have been...
Yeah, I can't believe someone made a bunch of shields. Was that 7 or 8 shields? Damn, dude.
Manufactured somewhere and then given to the activists. Moreover,
given to the activists.
They have cardboard signs that are not cardboard signs, but are instead plywood with metal handles.
By the way, low-key, amazing to make your protest sign your shield. It's a great idea.
Again, they're there to be used as shields.
It's a great idea.
And this is...
Kelly Voicer, 20 months!
Is something that requires planning, it costs money, and
it costs planning and money. These are the sides of garbage cans and people with PPE in jeans. How did they do this? They went to Walmart.
Someone had to make this happen. Someone.
Yeah. What? Ah, yes. Listen. Look at this. How could this happen? And he clicks right off it as fast as he can because he's like, oh, obviously this is how it could happen. How could this happen? Oh, scissors, a box cutter, and one garbage can? That'd be crazy. That'd be simply too insane for me to believe.
Someone had to bring these things into being.
Yes. They literally look like boards with... Are these like ropes on the other side? Like... It looks like knotted ropes or something, man.
By manufacturing and purchasing all the goods for them. So this is something that we've seen before, as he points out in 2012. They were brought in and distributed to rioters and organized drops. So who, as you can see in the U-Haul there, who is the one handing
comrades
them out? Who's paying?
Literally comrades. They're not being paid. They're donating them.
Paying for this. Now,
they made them. Look at them. They're thin.
Plenty of
these are like old doors and shit. Literally, look at them.
And it genuinely is.
They're all like old pieces of wood.
Puebla Sins Fronteras.
It's reclaimed materials, brother.
Like pro-migrant.
This is the most fucking... Did he just say pro... I'm sorry, I'm talking over you, Carl. He's saying like pro-migrant. I can't believe they would be pro-migrant. Yes, I'm on the side of human beings. That's crazy, right? I can't believe it. I do not believe that the artificial lines that you have drawn on the earth are respectable.
Like Puebla Sins Fronteras and things like this, like pro-migrant organizations that are designed to get migrants into the United States, and they will be the ones funneling Soros money into these protests.
So it's Soros money? Just because? Sure. Yeah, George. Hit me up, George. I'm still waiting. That'd be sick as fuck to cut a check from George. You think I would keep that shut? Hell no. I'm letting you know, if George Soros pays me for anything, I'll disclose that. Still hasn't happened. Pretty fucking annoying. Let's match mice. Mine's bigger. Get fucked.
Make sure that they can continue on and be as strong as possible. But it's not just shields and things like that. They have websites with tactics put on them, which Wokel has listed here.
Put your target in a decision dilemma. A method of protest that leaves them with no good options. True.
The purpose of the organization is to do things, right?
Yeah, so when we organize together, like, obviously we know that when we're in the streets or whatever, there are certain methods and tactics that are going to be employed by, like, the cops and, like, the military. And so you simply adapt to them It's crazy that he can understand. Like, this is the same fucking guy that like obsesses about Rome. And he's like, and then Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon. Do you even like? That was part of the tactic. You know what I mean? Like, that's a tactic. Do you think people outside of Julius Caesar and Alexander the Great can't do tactics? We can't think about stuff. He doesn't have an organic thought. If he hasn't been told by his daddy, the state, what to think, by a right-wing think tank what to say from the TV, then he just won't say it. He can't possibly think.
And in this case,
here's a bunch of evidence of an organic information system.
To see, like, the
how do they do it?
So
this is the same guy that's mystified by, like, how do they make the pyramids? Certainly, brown folks with no white electricity could have done this.
Forced to make a decision.
Must be batteries.
All the available options play to your advantage. So it's very Alinskyite in that way, and that's what they're doing. They're not stupid.
Yeah, look at these fucking tactics. He's skipping over that.
It's very Alinskyite in that way.
The real action is your target's reaction. Look at that. By the way, rioting or protesting in your fursuit, based as fuck. That's body armor, baby.
And that's what they're doing. They're not stupid. They know precisely what they're doing. And what they want, ultimately, is for these protests to bring down the Trump government. That's the purpose of them.
Bring down the Trump government?
To test yourself. To know the glories of combat.
We're gonna take down the government from LA in a reactive sense to ICE abducting citizens from their homes in the streets. That's going to destroy the Trump administration. Pretty weak stuff, I guess. Thank you, Thrace. This country was founded on asymmetric warfare, Carl. We stopped fighting the gentleman's war his way, and we kicked our asses back across the fucking Atlantic. Yeah, I mean, we did kick the British out. We learned some asymmetric warfare by colonizing this place at the behest of the British, the Portuguese, and the Spanish. Of course.
In order to prevent the Trump government from enforcing America's borders. It's literally that simple. That's what this is. And you can see that there are other things that they're doing. For example,
they're not enforcing their borders. They're fucking abducting people who are going by the rule system that they told them they have to go by. Like, it's literally not even that they're like, oh, we found some criminals and we deported them, which would be one fucking thing. They're accusing people of being criminals without any evidence, giving them no human rights in the process, blackbagging them, plainclothes officers taking kids away from moms and shit. Just a total violation of civil rights in general. Every human being who is on American soil gets the right of habeas corpus, for instance, and free speech and all the other things. I think you should be able to defend yourself against an officer in general, but I mean definitely one that isn't in plainclothes, that isn't identifying themselves. Absolutely.
Example, this is footage of people giving out American flags to the Mexican nationalists. Because, as Aldo here points out, they realized the current optics were a disaster. Yes, they were a disaster. What? Yes, indeed. We'll watch this, actually. It's about...
Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Where'd you get the American flag? Down on Wait, where? You just handed it to me because I was on the top. It's like a random guy? Yeah. Oh, alright. Thanks.
It's like a random guy?
Excuse me. I was looking for these flags. Where did you get this? Around the corner they have a bunch. Okay, oh. Are they just giving them out? Yeah.
People go to events and give away flags. I've gotten it's so obvious this guy has never done anything in his community. Because, like, have you ever been to an event like this? Whether it's a protest or it's like a political event, like a pride event even. People literally give shit away all the time. Like, yes, someone brought flags to the place where they started flying flags in the air. Huh? People knew they were going to a protest. I don't understand. Why is he so shocked? So this is an act of solidarity, by the way. There are people in my community that have Canadian flags up, Mexican flags, stuff like that, in acts of solidarity with the people of those countries who are being victimized by our government, or I guess in the case of Canada, less victimized, more like just like disrespected.
So as you can hear from that, it's a bit confused, but Just a random guys turn up at the protest to give out American flags.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very thoughtful of them. Who are they? And you can see, like, I think it's here. You can see the creases on the American flag. But the Mexican flag doesn't have any creases on it, like the folded creases or something. But you can see them right there on the American flag. Like these are brand new flags.
So this is literally a brand new flag.
Would ordered off Amazon. You can see the creases right there. The Mexican flag doesn't have any of these. The American.
I can't believe they went and bought American flags for the protests. It's crazy that you're saying this. Like, what? Yes, they probably went and bought some, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna show everyone that we're patriotic here. Like, and we think that America could be better than this. You know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck is in their heads. Of course. What? I don't know. You're upset that they have American flags there. It's nuts. Oh, some guy was giving them away, and I wanted to fly this flag. Neat, dude. Frankly, I think the Mexican flag goes way harder than ours, but it's whatever. We need an update. It's time. I think we should give some states back to the people and see if they still want to be in the union or whatever. And then, like, we can have an excuse to change up the design or maybe add some, like see if the U.S. Virgin Islands, see if Guam wants to hang out with us, see if Costa Rica wants a seat at the table instead of just being fucking subsidiaries of the U.S. for no fucking reason except to have him. Just having those people under our control without a say or very little. I guess they're in the House of Representatives, I suppose. Do they get senators?
American flag does, because this is about optics. This is about the war that they're waging now against the Trump administration. Oh, right, yeah. If we have a bunch of foreign nationals running around looting, burning cars, and committing various other acts of havoc.
Okay, so the cars that were burned were Waymo vehicles, and they're literally surveillance vehicles. Like, they're AI cars that people were ordering them out, and they are a Google thing, right? And Google is part of this broader plot to get Donald Trump into office and use fucking Palantir to survey everybody. Like, don't you like freedom, motherfucker? Anyway, they called them out there. They literally were like ordering like AI cars out there, whoever it was, and then people were like throwing in cocktails at them or something, like burning them, because of it's a victimless crime. Only, I mean, unless you think the corporation is a big victim here, but those go out there and then they have cameras and take 360 views of everybody, and they were some that were just stationed, yeah, they get burned, man. That's what happens. They're gonna start shooting drones down too and everything. You'll be you'd be surprised what people will do when the state is overreaching their privacy. It's nuts.
That looks bad because it looks like they're Mexican colonizers and it looks like they're violent. So get some American flags out there. So
yeah, because nothing says nonviolence like the American flag. Yes, the sign of peace.
We make it look like they give it.
So he's calling Mexican people colonizers. Is the act of colonizing someone ethically good or bad thing, Carl?
Damn about America, but obviously these people don't care about America. Obviously, oh look, he points that out as well. All the American flags still have creases. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And
every American flag has creases. I just don't understand the idea that you have the American flags up on your pole outside your house, and you're like, you know what? I'm taking that to the protest today. The one I hang on my house. I'm going to undo it. I'm going to tell everybody in the neighborhood that I'm undoing it from my house so that I can take it to the protest. Not that I'm taking it down because I don't like America. Like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, they probably bought a flag to come to the political protest. I certainly wouldn't be caught dead wearing an American flag at a political protest, that's for sure.
And of course, this was noticed on Reddit. Notice it's Mutual Aid Los Angeles. Mutual Aid. This is a term, as far as I was aware, was coined by Kropotkin. So don't get me wrong, they're definitely communists. But
they're definitely communist. has to like swallow and take a breath.
Look at this. Mainstream media.
Let's look at this post. This post on social media. Yes, you have soft fucking hands. Look at those soft little hands. You don't do anything. God damn it. You've never fucking done hard labor in your life, Carl.
It's trying to create the optic that foreigners are
soft
invading.
boy.
Recent videos are fueling that perception. Are they? Videos of Mexicans running around with Mexican flags saying "fuck America" and we're going to burn American flags. It's creating the optic that foreigners are invading California. Really?
It's like you can't hear yourself. I don't know. Like, I can't believe that the people that are saying that the media is showing you like 3 or 4 small clips and playing them over and over to try to create a narrative versus like the actual experience of being there, which is here are the cops violating our peace. And so we're out here to protest this. It's like you can't even hear yourself just saying like, yeah, I agree with the propaganda. Uh-huh. I can't believe you're saying that the propaganda is effective and it's in my brain and I can't escape it. That's what it sounds like to a leftist for you to say. Like, I don't know. It's being woke. Being woke. It's a curse, really. Everyone around you is like, they either get it or they're dumb as fuck. They're just dumb, dude. It's crazy though because some people are woke on. It's actually interesting. Like if you're only woke in like 1 or 2 areas, you might just be a fucking crazy person. Like if you're just like the government is corrupt. Uh-oh. You know? Why are they corrupt? Fucking who knows? Yeah, they are. But you need to show your math or you get all fucked up. Anyway, so this guy this guy just Carl is so stupid, man. What a stupid guy. Just hook, line, and sinker.
I mean, that's remarkable.
For a long time we used to say like Carl used to say like, "Oh, I'm a liberal," and now he's just said, "No, I'm a right winger." But like frankly, yeah, also a liberal. You could be both. Like we used to say, "No, you're not, dude. No, you're not." But yeah, there's no real difference. To his point, optically, it's quite different. I think liberals are a weaker adversary for sure to the left because they sort of play like I think a liberal sensibility says, "Oh, everyone should just be nice," and they don't understand like why conflicts happen, and only when you like kind of crave conflict do I think you become like further towards like a Carl Benjamin, closer to the right winger, the hawkish, Hillary Clintonites, stuff like that. You'll only come around on gay marriage when it's like 60% polling or something safe. I think being a liberal is a really cynical thing, and they're often just quite evil when it comes down to it. Like, and they might not even notice that they are. And the good ones stop being liberals, and the bad ones they turn to right wingers.
I wonder why it does that. If you're protesting, bring a US flag. Why would they want to? They're against the United States. At the end of the day, we're in this.
They're not against the United States, bro. They're against the government. That's a totally different thing. The federal government is not the United States, and I literally cannot stress that enough. Like, especially from an American perspective, I realize that he comes from a land where he has to suck the king's toes or something if he's asked. So he has that sort of British bend me over mentality. He's like, "Oh no, the king's here. Oh," and he pulls his asshole out. That is not how we act in America. We have states and they have a union of states, and so if the union of states does not agree with the federal government, it's written in law that we should fucking tell them to fuck off. That's what it is. And so that's what the states' rights argument has always been about, right? Because we had some states that were like, we want to enslave human beings, and you can't have that. That's unethical. But you can't have little minutia of differences between the states, which I fucking hate when they do bad stuff. But it also is a protection against it. It's a really, when you think about it, it's quite communism, but on a macro scale. And if we could only make sure that it's trickle up economics instead of trickle down, we could do a real communism quite easy. It'd be crazy.
This country, we want to make it better for our people. Right.
For our people, all people.
That's the issue, isn't it? The country is actually not America is not the people, but Mexico is the people.
Mexicans are literally indigenous to America, North and Central America. Like the people you call Mexicans, the people that are from the nation of Mexico are a much older people than that. They're not like they identify as Mexicans now, but it's like a lot of them have indigenous roots here, of course, right? And then it's like, yeah. They were literally purged from this land also, by the way. also they were purged from this land. You may maybe you don't. There's a Mexican-American war definitely happened. There was also the wars with the although the Mexican-American war is also like a Spanish war kind of thing, because like a Spanish, it doesn't matter. But Spain was involved. This is like the constant battle with the right is that it is so easy to misinform. Like, it's just the easiest path to just fucking be wrong about something, but just say it like you're right. And then all you have to do is sprinkle in some facts every once in a while. I was thinking about this earlier. I don't even know what to call it. It's just a slimy worm thing that a lot of slime worms do. You'll see this in like a Destiny situation where it'll be like a fact that establishes that I have some kind of credibility with the audience, right? It'll be something that like a date or a name or a historical fact that sounds, like I know what I'm talking about. And then you just say stuff, and then you can misinform about it. And then you sprinkle that. You just continue to do that. You sprinkle in a fact every now and then to maintain the edifice of credibility. And then it just like, it stays up. Because not everyone is like able to be educated on everything all the time, right? And so now we just let people lie for profit, and so that's the situation we're in, and it's really hard to deal with, right? Because like as a guy that went into education, I like people being correct about stuff. Sure, you can interpret some things, but like ultimately, there's a right and a wrong about pretty much all the stuff that's ever happened. Like you can pretty much be like, ethically speaking, was this good or bad for humanity? And you could probably come out with a percentage one way or the other. Colonization, bad. And I think to continue to expel people from a country that was created on the concept that you can move here even if you're not from here to get like wealthy or just have a good life in general, like that's the fucking American dream that literally those American flags that he's bitching about were like pitched to us as representing, as Americans, as non-Americans. Like everyone was told this is a land of opportunity type bitch, and it's like just not how it is in reality. When in reality you want it to be is a land of opportunity for a few wealthy people and not the working class. But last time this fucking happened, the robber barons did not do well at the end of it. We should do better, though. We should do even better than last time. We need a more extreme FDR.
That's the thing. Power to the people. Power to the City of Angels.
A better FDR.
Que viva la raza. Or viva the race. My goodness.
An actual leftist, maybe?
Consider bringing an upside down flag to show solidarity as well. Interesting. But anyway, you can see the point being, there is someone who is paid to hand out flags.
No, they're not paid. They just care. They bought a bunch of flags. They're like fucking $3 if you buy them in bulk. Did you know the American flag is a cheap fucking thing that you can just buy a bunch of?
Someone who is paid.
He's like, how could someone pay hundreds of dollars
to hand out shields and various other riot protesting gear? And now, someone has paid trucks of people to trucks.
No, someone rented a U-Haul and was like, I'm going to fill it with my fucking riot shields because I'm a goddamn leftist icon. There are so many orgs. Like, he just doesn't understand what the left has turned into. It's not like organized nationally, but like I guarantee you, in any community that has experienced this kind of like regular political violence and has enough informed citizens, you have people that have block, they have fucking go bags, they have PPE, they have med kits. They're ready for a fucking party, man. It's he just doesn't know because he doesn't know any actual leftists. He thinks they're all libs. Like it's crazy. It's not like everybody can physically like do a protest. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of work. It's a young people's game, but like there's a lot of people that they're down. Frankly, I think it'd be pretty cool to be able to organize community-wide anti-cop protest gear. But you know they'll get you for like. They'll be like, oh, it's conspiracy to do a riot or something. If you prepare for their violence.
Full of what Fox News have called bionic face shields. Now, the video isn't great on this one. You can see this chap holding something. And there are people like, getting whoever this is. You can see him here handing out things from the truck. And whatever they are, it's like, they look like face masks or something.
They look like face masks. This isn't a paid person. This is... You can buy these in bulk and hand them out to people that need them because you care about it's called solidarity, man. He genuinely can't imagine why someone else would do this. This is why they're going to lose, by the way. This is why we fucking win.
Presumably to protect against like tear gas or something like that, right?
With the PPE mask, minimal tear gas prevention, mostly about concealing your identity. And, you get a lot of people in the crowd. Anything can happen,
But again, these things cost money. Who is paying for this? Who has
other
organized
aspirants and
this?
smoke?
Like, organizing anything is not easy, to be honest, when you're dealing with, like, a large number of people and a very confused set of events.
He's sort of meandering because he has no answer to the question he posed. He's like, who is doing this? Yes.
So who is organising this? Who is paying for this? And like I said, we definitely know that there are NGO organisations that will be involved in this. There will,
like guys doing water. Like Tom Morello is gonna show up and like he's gonna have a connection and get some fucking like food out there or something. I don't know. It's like, no man, we go out there and a guy like a fucking. Who cares about this, who has neighbors who have been abducted by ICE, he's like, okay, well, I do one thing well. I make sandwiches. So I'm going to make a fuckload of sandwiches and take them down there and feed some people, There'll
be a series of sort of low-level leftist activist organizations that receive... Probably, again, I don't mean to be...
I can't believe there are leftist content creators in L.A.
Cliche, but it's definitely going to be money from George Soros Foundation.
Nobody gets paid by George Soros. I would have gotten fucking paid by George Soros at this point, man. This is crazy. And definitely people like Hassan. Are you fucking kidding me?
To go out and do...
We get fucking... I don't take sponsorships, but we get fucking like G Fuel and shit for 100 viewers. I'm fan funded, baby. This is stupid, dude.
Stuff like this, and they'll just say, "Right, here's the money."
He just doesn't
foundation
know
probably
anything.
won't even give them any instructions.
Carl Benjamin doesn't know a goddamn thing for 30 minutes. That's so interesting.
Instructions or anything like that. But just go out and do what you can because these people are motivated activists and they've got a reason to do the things they're doing. But I mean, this is kind of crazy, isn't it? Like, we'll watch the Fox News thing. Actually,
sure,
it's
please.
Funny where they're like, "Oh, right." They're starting to come to the realization that maybe they could do some journalism.
Earlier, that was pretty startling to me. And you see this, these are...
a guy in a pickup truck with a cowboy hat on.
Boxes of masks being handed out. And
yeah, I can't believe after the global pandemic, this guy in overalls and a truck who is a leftist that goes to the LA protests against ICE. I can't believe he has PPE available. It's so stupid. This guy could easily be a business owner. He's a small business owner and he has this stuff in stock. He's already got it. It's like crazy.
And a lot of folks seeming to...
This isn't... What? $200 in masks?
just grab them
I can't
like
believe
candy.
you did this.
These look like they are bionic face shields, which we looked at their website.
Face shields?
Is basically recommended for machinists and auto body shops as a way to protect one's face. I don't think we expect to have a lot of cars coming in.
I actually think that wasn't a guy in a cowboy hat. I think the angle that pause was, there was someone else's hat that intersected, made it look like it. I think there was a lady with hoop earrings in overalls and a cool ball cap.
For repair work tonight. So that's...
I didn't see a single bionic face mask, by the way.
Sort of seemed like the thing that you would have as a precaution if you were planning to or getting ready to potentially have some sort of conflict with law enforcement.
Yes, because the law enforcement are invading the neighborhood. Yeah, it's insane that how do they think like this? Yes, the cops here are violent. Yes! We think about not getting our eyes shot out by rubber bullets.
I hope you have a fantastic
Yeah, they're just going to shoot us. Of course. Dr. Gamble, give one to bionic face. Dumb fucks, dude.
Yeah. So you might think that journalists could do their job and actually go and find out how these arrived.
Yeah, go ask that person, and she'll be like, yeah, I just had this stuff on hand because this shit happens every time Trump is in office, and I'm here to show solidarity with my community and make sure the people out here are staying safe. Like normal people stuff.
You can. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a journalist. Go and find out. What sort of organizations.
I'm not a journalist. He literally couldn't do any more research on this.
Involved. Go down on the ground. Try
Ask
and figure
one
this
leftist.
out. I don't know.
I know you don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy how little this guy ever fucking knows.
I hope you have a fantastic day.
Dr. Gamble, give one a full plastic jacket. Thank you.
Jobs. Or you could sit in a nice air-conditioned studio and say, thank goodness that's happening a long way away from me.
That's what you're doing, motherfucker.
And not really get involved, couldn't you? But the point being, there is definitely someone behind.
Fuck bicycles!
Dude, his criticisms are smashing through his own glass walls. Cops are supposed to fire the rubber bullets at the ground so they bounce and slow down before hitting people. Oh, yeah, that doesn't fucking happen. They definitely do not bounce those off the ground.
Behind all of this.
They shoot them right at people all the time.
I do think that the initial energy was probably organic. But that's the
initial energy, it's all organic. It's just so crazy, man. Look at the people there. Go there and talk to them then. Carl, buy a plane ticket. You can afford it. Go buy a plane ticket to L.A. and ask them. Go through customs.
point of these organizations, that's the point of this activism. Harness the energy and direct it into certain ways to make sure that the optics blunders are covered up and to make sure that the people protesting have physical protection so the law enforcement can't just tear gas them or rubber bullet them or whatever and drive them all out. The point being...
Yeah, what? The point being that right there. Yes? Defending yourself? What an American notion, I guess. I don't know. What a beaten down fucking cuck of a man you have become, Carl. Oh my God. I would just personally let the king fuck my face. Like, oh, please shoot your rubber bullets at me. Who are they on? What's his name? Is it King William? King of England. Is that the one? Who is it now? Charles?
Teach me, Daddy!
The old guy? Because it was Elizabeth. I knew that one. Anyway, yeah, this guy wants to suck Charles really bad.
These people who are organizing and funding this know what they're doing, and they're doing it for a reason. And
they're funding this. Literally, he showed about $500 in supplies total through all these clips.
And these activist organizations, these NGOs, honestly, should be banned. Should be disbanded. They should be barred. They should not be allowed.
Okay, well, anyway, so what about a super PAC? Do you think a super PAC should be allowed, but not someone being able to collect resources?
I hope you have a fantastic day.
Do you think that the community shouldn't be allowed to collect resources together? That's weird. Why? In case they're a threat to the state? That's fucking crazy.
To foment insurrection in the United States? I mean, I realize, again...
Foment insurrection? You're looking puffy, man. Protecting citizens from federal capture is not insurrection.
Highly controversial statement that I've made there, but I just don't think that should be allowed. Why would any government want to allow, any country want to allow organizations whose sole job is to literally import illegal immigrants and then foment rebellion.
Rebellion? I guess I don't think it's going to be one in a parking garage in LA. The rebellion against the feds. Gluck, gluck.
In the country. Well, that doesn't make any sense. There's no reason that should be permitted, so these things just should be banned.
Nothing. I love salami.
And in fact, if anything, charges
Nothing is wrong with salami. Salami is delicious.
brought against the people involved in them. Sorry, it seems that your entire job is that you're going to break the laws of the country to the detriment of the country, specifically to foment an ethnic rebellion in it.
An ethnic rebellion. Nothing like the January Sixers, of course, which is very different. These people weren't trying to kill politicians and hang them in the square.